Hello? Okay. We're Project Shelter, and we're celebrating our 10-year anniversary. Project Shelter is a project that works with people with migrant background, helping them to settle down, to find a place in Frankfurt, because people who get here and who have a migrant background always face the difficulty of finding a place to rent, and also because of discrimination, exploitation, and etc. It's really hard to find something, and even harder when you don't have a job right away, and when you don't have a place, you can't really start to apply for work. So it's like a devil's circle, Teufelskreisel. Yeah. Before I get into the topic in general, I wanted to bring up the point of that there is a founding solidarity group now for the justice of Birik, and I'm going to quickly read the flyers. The flyers will be available at the table near the exit if someone wants to grab one. They're starting, I assume the foundation that they have was already in progress, just that the solidarity group is new. And there's bank informations and stuff for donations for the Barik Solidarity Group. Yes, one moment. On 2nd August 2022, Amin F., called Barik by his friends, was shot dead by the police in Frankfurt's Bahnhofsviertel. We want to address the complex situation of sexualized violence, drug use, psychological distress, racism, and raise awareness and support Barik's family in legal proceedings. To this end, we are founding this Solikreis Birik Solidarity Group. We need your help. Can you support us with a donation? And the flyers will be, like I said, available near the exit. Okay. Now, the topic that we're going to talk about is the struggles of organizing spaces against racism, discrimination, and exploitation. And the first question would be if everyone would be nice enough to introduce themselves.
Good evening, everyone. I just want to say a little about my experience in Germany and Frankfurt. I came here 2023 in Germany, not in Frankfurt. So I'm from Italy. I've been in Italy for years before coming to this place. So on my arrival here, things make difficult for me. Then I was in Minden. I went to Minden. I have a cousin there. So he said he's going to help me out. On getting there, I met somebody that he said he's going to give me a letter of affirmation to go and submit in Osana de Beodra so I can get a job. I said, okay. So there is something they asked me to go and bring, and which I don't really have that thing. So I was struggling to get that thing. It took me time before I could get it. On getting it, getting to that place again, the lady I met there first that said we employed me was not on seat. I think they said she was sick or something like that. So I called her because she gave me a number. When I called her, she told me that I should meet a colleague, that she has prepared my document there. The colleague will attend to me and say, employed me. On getting there, the colleague made things very difficult for me. She said she's not going to employ me, that she doesn't know me. So I have to go. There's another person that directed me to one office. On getting there, they asked me to go back to the company, to go and meet them, that they should give me. So I went there. So the lady said she's not going to give me whatever I want to do. I should just go ahead. So I decided to just go home because the situation was frustrating. So I go home. On getting home, the lady now called the person that sent me to go there on my behalf, that I told her that I found a job, which is not true. So the person now called me. This person was so mad at me. He was angry with me, and he said, you got a job and you just allow me to be. I said, no, I didn't got a job. I went there. And thank God I went there with somebody that understands the language, because I don't understand German. So they asked me to go there for the second time. I went there for the second time. The lady lied against me for the second time. So when I got back there, I decided I will not go, because I don't understand the language. If I should accept and working with this person will put me in trouble, because she understands that I don't understand German. So I decided that I will not go there again. So I started looking for job. I couldn't get a job. I have to go back to Italy. That was 2023. Fast forward to 2024, I came back again. I called one of my brother, and he said I should come, that there is a organization called Exploitation, because I need address, that they will accommodate me. And I was so glad I came. They accept me wholeheartedly. And I pray that God bless them for that. So they accepted me, and I started the journey again. The journey initially was very smooth. I went to a company. The name of the company is H&H Hotel. So they gave me the letter of affirmation that I needed. Then I went to submit it with the foreign office. So I was submitted, they gave me appointments, so everything went on smoothly. So where they took me to go and work was another problem for me. So getting there, they said I don't understand the language, I'm not fast enough. And I told them, this job, I have not done it before. And I told the company also, I have not done this job before. What am I going to do now? They said I should go back to the company, that the company have to take me to a smaller hotel where I can start from. I said, okay. Getting to the company, instead of the company to give me another place to go, they terminated the appointment. I have to start looking for another appointment, another letter and company. I meet with my brothers in Exploitation and sisters. I discussed them. They said, okay, they started helping me. And finally, I got another place, which they gave me the letter of affirmation. And I took that letter to Oslada. So I took that letter there since ending of May 2024. Up to this time I'm talking, there is no response. I'm not working. I'm not doing anything. And to worsen the situation, the ALCA was sending me bill. The ALCA did not give me ALCA card. I don't have the card, because when the thing happened, I went to their office and explained myself to them that now I have not gotten a job. Somebody I met there then told me that they have terminated my appointment, which I was very, I said it's better. When I got another job, I will come and do another contact with them. They said, okay. But they keep on sending me bills every month. So last week I went there and I told them, this is what the lady I met there was very rude, was not friendly. The way he spoke with me, she said, whether I am working or I'm not working, it's none of our business. I have to pay the bill. Then I asked her, where is the bill coming from? Because I'm jobless. I don't have job. I'm not working. It's just people are helping me. Even to feed, the situation was very annoying and frustrating. So I talked to the lady. I said, the way you talk to me is not polite. The person I met here before is like, it's more better than you. Now you ask me to go and bring money. Where will I get this money for? Should I go and thief? Or what? She said she's none of our business. Unless I cancel my address here and go out of Germany. I look up, I started crying. I said, God, what is this again? Second, 2024 just went like that. I said, okay, what will I do? I was just grubby. I don't know what to do, because the situation right now that I am right now, if not for Exploitation, I don't know where I could have been. Because to get a house here, to pay bill here, to feed here, without them, I could have been frustrated. But thank God, they accepted me utterly, and they have been so wonderful people, and they have been so accommodative people. And I thank God for them. And I say, I use this opportunity to thank every Exploitation member for accepting me and taking good care of me. May God bless you all. Thank you.
Thank you, Mary. That was
You're
very
welcome.
moving. And yep. Yeah, thank you, Mary. That was very insightful, and thank you. I would go back to introduction of like people introducing themselves. So before I start the questions, just a general introduction of names and etc.
Hello. My name is Rosa, and I'm sitting here because I'm part of Café United. We are like, for those who don't know us, we are in Rödelheim in Centro, and we are running a cafe which supports people without paper or asylum seeker, people on the move who are struggling with their papers, who don't have resident permit, or who are struggling with the asylum procedure. And yeah, we have like an open space every Wednesday. And we try to be there and support as much as we can. So far for the introduction.
Thank you, Rosa.
I'm Oiza. I am part of the In-Between collective, in which we're dedicated to decolonial storytelling and creative expression and collective learning. That means that we are trying to create spaces where we are organizing events and doing more like community work and discuss also current and personal topics as a migrant person in Germany, other backgrounds. And yes, we're trying to create a community and looking for spaces where we can organize us. Yes, that's why I'm here.
Part of Project Shelter since past 4 years, always be volunteer. So we are always try to find better way to get a house for the people who migrate from European countries. So we are fighting for like past 10 years, and we are still in the same level. So that's why we are here to let people know what our struggling daily basis of and the foreigners especially. So I think for the reason why we are here, that also. So.
Thank you, Musa.
Hello all. My name is Osman, and I'm part of Project Shelter since 2016. And yeah, I'm really glad to be part of Project Shelter 10-year anniversary. Looking back since 2016 until now, a lot have been changed. And yeah, we will go deeper in that. And we did not actually bring this change ourselves, but also with the projects here in Frankfurt, the support structures here in Frankfurt has been also really, really wonderful to move Project Shelter to our 10-year anniversary. So yeah, thanks everybody, and thank you for being here.
Thank you, Osman. I think now we can move to the main first question that we have, which would be, what are the problems that you're currently facing, which could be political or social, and yes. And Mary, would you like to start, or do you feel like you've shared already? Okay.
I thought you had the same question before.
Okay. Then I can move the question.
I want to say something.
Okay, yes, definitely.
To add to what I said before, I think in this country, there is something, not all of them, not everybody that did it, because I experienced something in Auka last week when I went there. The way they attended to some people is different from the way they attended to me. And that was why I was so mad at that woman, because the way she spoke with other people it's not the same way he spoke with me. And that was when I gave her back, when she talked to me. I told her that at least the way I saw the way you attend to somebody before me, why are you so rude to talk to me? I am a woman being like you. Forget about the color. God know how he did where his work. So at least you should treat everybody equally. I said you should treat everybody equally. You don't talk to me anyhow. After all, you're a woman like me, I'm a woman. So if you talk to me the way I don't like, I will give you response the way you don't like. So that was when she lowered her voice and said there is nothing she can do about the situation. So I think that's really, when I go out of that place, I'm not really happy, because I was thinking that what is really going on? Are we different from other people? Am I different from the person? And is that the person that the woman attended to very well? She has one head, I have one head. She has 2 eyes, I have 2 eyes. There is nothing she has that I don't have. I say, what is this that the way they are doing us sometimes? If there are offices you will go to, the way when they see you, you will see their action. Their atmosphere will change. Everything about them will change, as if the person that came to them are not human beings. All these things are what I have experienced, and I believe other people experience it also, which is not a good thing. And it's not supposed to be in a society where people are living. Thank you.
I think I would ask the same question now to Rosa.
Okay. When it comes to problems, I think we face many problems. So I think, like, in general, like since 2015, I think we can say that there's a huge increasement of violence against refugees and people on the move. And what changed is, I think, that this is not happening anymore outside Europe, but it's happening in Europe. And people are experiencing violence in Croatia, in Bulgaria, and these people are also coming to our cafe, and they are told to go back to these countries where they've experienced lots of violence. And I think within the last year it also changed that this kind of violence is accepted by BAMF, but also by the courts. And that we don't have the power anymore to do something against this normalization of violence within Europe. So I think this is something at the moment. I think we are very powerless, but at the same time. In our counseling, there are many people who we have this problem with Dublin, so they are threatened by deportation, and these people we try to support because they cannot stay in the camp anymore. And often we are trying to find shelter, where it's also very helpful sometimes to be in contact with Project Shelter, because they find a place where they can stay. But for sure, it's not enough. I mean, there are so many people who need shelter, but we don't have enough. Another problem is for sure fighting the struggles with Ausländerbehörde, and it's a daily fight for everybody. Who has to go to Ausländerbehörde, especially in Frankfurt? It's a mess. They are not answering. They are not reachable. So it's horrible. So these are the problems. I also have some ideas, but maybe we talk about it later.
Thank you, Rosa. Oiza, same question.
Can you repeat the question again?
Yeah, I can repeat it. What are the problems you're currently facing? May they be political or social, like, for example, outside about other stuff?
Yes, I would. Also, okay, I'm starting with, I think, something more personal. Also, I don't know, as a person in Germany, having also a father that is from Nigeria, I have different experiences towards discrimination or racism because I was born here, and I don't have the struggles with, for example, the Ausländerbehörde or something. So I think the experience that I make are different, but still bad. That's why I was really happy to become part of the In-Between collective, where I am working together with other people that make different, same experiences like me. And a big problem that we are facing is, because it's really good that there are a lot of people and there is this community, but the problem is to find spaces to organize and to meet and to have, like, I don't know, just safe spaces in general. Yeah, to create this community events or like just meeting, so just to meet up with each other. And I feel like in general it's a big problem, especially also in Frankfurt, since there's a lot of problems with housing, also to live, but also as regarding to rent, but also like to institutions or like spaces like this, where everyone can be, act and organize, which why I think it's also important for me at least to talk also about the spaces that are there, that exist, like the Studiehaus and Café Kotz, which also have structural problems in them themselves, which is why I want to bring up an example from last year, where we as a collective organized an event here. It was supposed to be like an event, also a community event, but also an event where the main goal was to, since Café Kotz and Studiehaus is also facing problems with surviving and keeping the space alive, which is why we wanted to, I don't know, generate money to, I don't know, help. And in this event, we created a flea market. We also did, I don't know, some friends of us did tattoos. We had some people that were playing music downstairs. And also from part of the In-Between collective, we did a big exhibition, like in the lower part in the hall over there. And this exhibition was really nice because a lot of different artists came together and shared their experience and were just exhibiting their art, which was really nice because a lot of guests also came and there was a lot of exchange. But yes, it was a nice event, and some hours were passing by until also in the building there was a person that is also working here, approached my friend, one of the people that also exhibited, and told her that someone was calling and was saying there are some art pieces that need to be hanged down because of them showing national flags. I think it was like also part of Middle East archives, so there was one big image of a car passing by with waving a Palestine flag or something. And the issue with that was the way how he approached her was really intimidating. It was really aggressive. It was just, yeah, very discriminative and racist. And after I approached the person was still aggressive and also did not, there was no real talk. It was just, I don't know, anger, which led to, as a consequence, that we as a collective that is trying to do community work, bringing people together, also in spaces like this, which are very needed and important because they have a really good infrastructure, they're well known, and they're very important for us, for all of us. We experienced, I don't know, discrimination in a space that also is our space. It's, for me, I don't know, it was shocking because I feel like there's a space that everyone should be treated equally, because we all want, I think, the same thing. And yes, and in general, we all together have fights for housing spaces, but I feel like it's also important. Sorry, my mouth is super dry. I have to drink water. It's also important to not forget that people have different struggles, and not everyone having the same struggles and fights. And also, I think that these spaces are not spaces that we should fight for. They are our spaces as well. We talked about that already before. Like, I don't know, that these spaces spaces that are spaces that we also deserve. Also, they are ours, and we should not. I don't know. Should not have to have these fights. And yes. What was the last question? That.
It was basically just one question with like subcategories of like what problems you're facing. May they be political or social.
Yes.
And I think it does fall well into social and others.
Okay. Yeah. Yeah. I think what I want to say with that is that I don't know. We all need these spaces, and it's super important, and it's very good that, for example, like, I don't know, there is the space of Project Shelter in Höchst, and that there is space to organize also and to, have a space. I don't know. But I feel like it's also something that we need to talk about more. That the spaces that already exist also have structural problems in them, and that we, I don't know, as people all have to work together and not make these problems invisible, because these spaces are for all of us, not only for some people. Yeah, that's what I want to say.
Yeah. So, what problems are you currently facing, politically or socially? Yeah.
Wow. Political, very much. Socially, I have a shelter around, so yeah, I can go direct maybe for general, little bit of experience of my personal past, like since from the pandemic, I have this problem with the hustler holder. I always like struggle for the appointment. Send me like a 6-month stay permit every 6 months. So every 6 months I have to struggle to find an appointment. So I find that it's not only me, it's like kind of thousands of people as kind of like losing their jobs daily basis. So what can we do for that? Struggling before it was not like that. If you have a problem, maybe you can just go to a house lender directly, and then maybe you can ask questions. But now, I think it's not longer like this. So they say you should apply for the appointment for the online, but that's never valid for the people like from Africa, Pacific. You cannot find any link like that. So we always like thousands of people are struggling right now, and during this period, like and the Corona, we have like many of members of shelter people. There was no longer part of cannot able to come to the meeting, but during the Corona, they are losing their jobs, so we have to struggle to get to find the money to pay for their rent, feeding fee, like almost 3 months. So our account got almost zero. So this is something that affect people like me, like others. So I will not talk about only my personal, like I want like that. I want everyone to have a justice, because we are not here to sit, or maybe we are not here to make German economy scholars. We are here to work. So if they give opportunity to work, so make the people struggle on daily basis. That's no welcome to the society, because people are here. If you able to work, they can pay tax, they can do whatever they want, they cannot go to job center. And the job center person, I always say this, I would never in my life wanted to go to job center to ask for finance support because what I passed for just 3 months, I know that it's not something that I know a lot of people are facing difficult challenge daily basis the hands of a job center. So the point we asked Husband and Beholder to able to give people an appointment, to give the people a working payment, able to work so that they can be free and move always freedom, not to always panic, cannot go outside and then like struggling always finding a way to make life comfortable for them. But that is not the priority. The husband has a priority to make it life easier for the people. Because if you have a job, then you can have house. They can pay your rent so that you cannot lose your house. But if you cannot get the working permit, you cannot go to work. Maybe then you are going to lose your house as well. So you become homeless. So shelter cannot fight this alone. We need the hand. We can do it together. Let's make it happy. Thank you.
Thank you very much.
Yep.
So, regarding the problem that we face, or me personally face, I would like to generalize it on the perspective of Project Shelter. And like from the beginning of Project Shelter, our struggles has always been one or two, and it keeps somehow extending. And if people who are also here who has been working with Project Shelter since the founding of it, sees that one of our main core struggle is homelessness, and a place where people can actually have a better sleep and rest and be able to reason. And it's one of the struggle that we've been fighting since 10 years today. And if you can also observe most of our activities of some of the houses that or the spaces that we try to claim, we try to claim spaces that are useless, in the sense that it's empty, it's there doing nothing. And we try to claim, but it does not necessarily, most of the time, it does not necessarily go in favor of us, for us to make use of it. And also the city make us know that the homelessness is not actually a real problem in the city of Frankfurt, after highlighting and actually showing the city the real problem that structurally it creates. And as such, from this structural homelessness that the city actually put on most people here, I will say most of Project Shelter members are facing one of the very brutal or weird form of law. It's called Voranprüfung, and I know if any of you here know anything about that. It's like if you live in one of European Union country and you stay there and work there for 5 years, and you have unbefristet stay permit to say, then you are allowed to live and work here in Germany. And if you start the process, it's so complicated in a way that it puts us in a situation where some business personnel or bosses, to say, have the legal way to exploit people. And I can, if there is time, I can elaborate a little bit about this specific struggle. And it's like when you come here and you want to start living here and you live in one of the European nations like Italy or Spain, and you have this unbefristet document, the Ausländerbehörde require that before you get visa, you submit a working permit and a working contract. A working contract and what do you call it? Sorry? Residence permit, thank you very much. And you can all bear witness that here in Germany it's not easy like to somebody to employ you when you don't have an address. And also at the same time, it's so complete, like nobody will also give you a house for you to rent if you don't have a job contract. And these are the two major things two major requirements that the Ausländerbehörde is required from us to bring. So after we struggle to make these two documents, we bring this to them. They will submit this document to the job center to do some inquiry to see if there is somebody there, or being German, or to say who can do that job. Then they will tell you to bring another contract. And within this period of time, you have 3 months to finish this process. And if you fail to finish everything or get your visa within these 3 months, then you have to deport yourself rather than the state deporting you, because if the state deports you, you risk of kind of a specific time period where you can come back again, or you risk not coming back again. And if in case everything passed through, that they give you the visa, this is also where the real struggle and the real form of legal exploitation actually take place. Because the visa is together with your contract, and you have to run this for 12 months. So in case you have problems or whatever with your boss in the 11th month and your visa gets cancelled, the working contract gets cancelled from your working place, to say your visa is also automatically cancelled. So based on this, most of the bosses and managers in most cleaning spaces and kitchen, they know this is our main struggle. So they make you work for 12 hours, you get paid for 6 hours, you can't complain. If you are sick, you have to come to work and work. And if you can't also complain within this. So these are one of the struggles that I would say it's really, 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 really reducing most of us into a kind of a specific form of object that is free for everybody to use. And I would like to say it's really very important that we highlight this struggle and let people who are not passing through this struggle be much more aware, because we have the personal feeling that the more people who seem like people who are German, to say, are aware of most of our struggle that we face with the Ausländerbehörde or whoever, the more the concerns get addressed. And this is the experience that we live to see. And most of my colleagues also speak about the struggle that we have in the Ausländerbehörde, and all these spaces are kind of spaces that are kind of preventing us from having a specific space to organize ourselves, to grow and to support other people. And it's much more relevant for people to know the real struggle that we are in at the moment. So yeah, thank you.
Thank you, Musa. I was asked to moderate and also basically be a panelist, but on the topic, I think I would speak about this. I also face similar problems, and it's frustrating to say the least, and it doesn't make it easier, given that race is always involved and racism exists. It's the smallest thing can break a person, and these small things can just add up and rise a person's insecurities that they never thought they had. An example would be that I used to have a beard, and I still sometimes grow it out, but then I see certain reactions of certain people, even sometimes people I know, and it really bothers me the way they react to it. It's like, it's these small things that add up on top of things that how we're being treated, even in departments and like Ausländerbehörde and everything else, and it's like a terrible infliction that I don't wish upon anyone to not feel comfortable in one's own skin. And I feel like this is why it's important that we always stick together, why we have Project Shelter. Like the banner says, together we stand, together we move. And I really, before we move on, I just wanted to tell how much I appreciate everyone being here today. Yeah. Okay, I'll move to the second question, which would be, what are your wishes in the sense of maybe the problems that were talked about right now, and how your wishes would be to overcome them, or at least any foreseeable way. Do you want to start?
To wish what I wish?
Yes.
What I wish is that if our message could get to Australia, the beyonder, because the way they are treating us here is not encouraging and it's not favorable. If I should be here for almost a year and I've submitted everything they needed to them for me to get a job, and up till now, they didn't answer me, I didn't have a job, I'm just jobless, if not because of Project Shelter. And I don't even have access to go to their office, because I've tried many times to go to their office to know what the problem is. Now, I don't know what the problem is. I don't know why they are not answering me. I don't know what causes delay. All these things should be, at least they should let us know that, okay, this is the reason why this thing is like this. So when I know the reason, I should know the next step to take. Now the thing is in their hand. They just hold it tight. It's as if they hold my life tight now, because they put me in one position. They put me in one position. I couldn't get what I wanted to get. At least I set a goal for 2024, which I did not achieve. And it's very painful. I think if our message could get to them, to let us know, whenever we submitted something to them, document them, they should let us know the reason why they are not releasing that document for us. If there will be a correction, maybe there is something they needed and we did not include it in it. Now they heard this, they didn't give us any information. It's not a good thing. I wish this what we are doing here, I wish it can get to them so that they will see that we are not really happy the way they treated us. We are not, for me personally, I'm not happy the way I was treated by them. Sorry to say. I'm not happy because now I have gone to lawyer, even what the lawyer did to me last week also. I'm sorry to say this now. When I get there, I said I wanted to see her one-on-one so that I can express myself. At least go there, let me know if I can go there with you, since I cannot go there alone. She was telling me that me coming to meet her we worsen this situation. And I asked why. I asked her why. She didn't respond again. So I with this message, this what we are doing here now, we get to them. Let them know that we are feeling pains, keeping us in one place. I think we came here to better our life, not to go back. I think we should move forward. And being here is for us to add to the economic of the country. Because when I'm working, I will pay my tax. It's part of contribution which I made to the country. But whereby everything is just frustrating and complicated. All I want to do, all I want from them is for our message to get to them. Let them know that the way they are treating us is not the best. It's not fair, and it's not favorable to us. Thank you.
Rosa, do you want to add?
Okay. Well, when it comes to what I wish, I mean, first of all, I would wish that, I don't know, we don't have an Ausländerbehörde like this, but we have not a racist system like this. But at the moment, I don't feel like wishing this. So what I think we can do, or what I think what's worth to wish on is that we build up a network of solidarity, to build up infrastructures where we can support people who are facing problems with Ausländerbehörde, and to make spaces where people can come and when we can support and show that they are not alone with these kind of problems. Because I think it's like an institution, it's a racist institution which is doing it, but it's not like an individual, so it's a problem we cannot solve at the moment. But I think we can try to build up networks and find concrete, practical solutions or ideas. So concretely in our work in Café United, I think it's amazing if we have a problem, if we have a person who is looking for a space, and then we call shelter, and then they have a space. So it really helps, and it makes a difference, and it's really empowering. And I think we should build up more like this. I mean, there's also this idea of BürgerInnenasyl, which is not very active in Frankfurt, so I think there are some projects we could work on and we could improve to build up spaces that, I don't know, that in free WG space rooms people could sleep for, I don't know, even though it's just 2 weeks or a month, whatever, when people are on vacation. So to use this free spaces and organize ourselves to use it better. And same for church asylum. I mean, it's also something which is very concretely and helpful for people who are struggling with Dublin procedures. And I think this network of solidarity, this network of infrastructures, I think it's very concrete and helpful in these times where we don't have good political solutions. But I think it concretely helps and supports, and it's something we can do, kind of, yeah.
I think a wish would be for me that we can create more safety in spaces, also that we have more safety in the spaces. And by spaces, I mean not only spaces like this, but also in general, also on the streets, that we feel safe and are being generally also recognized in the fights and struggles we are dealing with, and that there have been already a lot of fights, and there is a lot of projects that are going on and are already happening. And with this, I also think that it's for example, this talk is really, I think, important, that we are talking also with each other and sharing our experiences rather than just, I don't know, being talked about, that I think it's important to have this space and stage also. And yeah, in general, I agree on what you also said already before, that, I don't know, we need more solidarity and people working all together. Yeah, I think that would be some wishes. And there are more wishes, of course, but I don't know, we don't have so much time.
Wish. My wish also is many of them, but I wish two goals for us. One, we are 10 years since we are fighting for struggling for houses, but there are a lot of empty houses in Frankfurt. So my wish is how next 5 years or next 20 years to come, we can able to have a house for shelter. And Mary says something I want to, it's like a little bit of funny. Yes, we don't know the reason why Haslander they keep at waste and waiting. So I go there many times. Anytime that I go there, they give me a paper as an emergency form to fill. And then one time there was a security man. He said they don't have workers. I think that's the reason. So like all the offices are closed. Like 10 people are always like. So it's not enough. If you have appointment, like maybe people like 1,000 of people, and then your name is last, so you are going to wait like a year. Yeah. So I think that's the problem. But that is not supposed to the point, because as the institution like Haslander Beholder, they have to do something about it, because you cannot say, oh, because we don't have workers. Then because of that, the people are going to lose their job anyway, or their status anyway. So my wish is they should do something about it. Otherwise, maybe they can just allow people can come there for free to ask questions anytime, insurance to make it difficult for the people in daily life. Thank you.
So thank you very much. So yeah, talking about wishes, it's like me personally, my wish is to see Project Shelter like having our 10-year anniversary, owning this space, and having a lot of spaces where we can do very cool stuff, and not spaces that nobody want to live there, like trash space and houses that been abandoned for the past 20, 50 years. And yeah, I don't wish that for shelter, but wish something like this with a good shape, with a lot of facilities inside where people can learn and also contribute to the solutions of the struggles that we are facing. And also lately, we wish that people or the Ausländer Beholder, we have no power to get rid of Ausländer Beholder. And we do understand that it's a racist institution that is created, and it's based on laws that it also have to work within. And we understand that this racist institution is there to make us suffer, to say. And my wish is to just get their existence away from us, or something like that, that they don't even exist, so people can also move freely and start their normal life that they want to live. Yeah, thank you.
Thank you, Osman. for me, my wish would be for all these wishes to come true. Moving on to the final question, and then we'll open up for questions from the audience, if anyone has any. Why do you think these spaces like ours are important, like the place in Höchst, the one we have for Project Shelter at the moment?
Yeah, thanks a lot. So, looking at the past 10 years of Project Shelter, we've been organizing actually sleeping places on the couches of our supporters, and also rooms, and we've been moving from here to there. People will sleep in the couches for 3 days and move up and down, and I see the space that we have currently being one of the most relevant. I'm not saying the space we had before is not good. Like, we had a space in Bergerstrasse, which was really brilliant, but unfortunately we couldn't sleep there to fulfill the main goal of Project Shelter, providing sleeping places, but we could use the down floor as the cafe spaces where we get together, do our meetings, and meet new people, and we do a lot of projects there. And there too, in that space, we face a very strong racist attack in that space before we move out. And looking to the space that we currently have, it's like now, people who don't know, it's like we Project Shelter together with the Caller and other container are housing almost 40 plus people who actually live there. And in the section of Project Shelter where 10 people are living, they now have possibility to do Almedon, and in so doing, start working. And what does that actually mean? That we use this space that we struggle, we fight for, and this place used to be one of the FES. If you know the space, it's like old facility from the waste management company in Frankfurt, in Höchst, and it's been abandoned for so long, and we created space within where people can now do Almedon and start working and taking care of their family, and actually having a shelter on their head, which is, for me, is like a breakthrough on this vicious circle that being here new, that you don't know anybody here in Frankfurt, don't know anywhere to go, and falling in the hands of people who will give you a bunk bed with Almedon for 3,000 euros and so on and so forth. I think the space that we have now has been very, very beneficial and has been very, very important places that I would like most people who also don't know this space to actually come and have a look, and then see actually the work that our supporters and members of Project Shelter has actually put in to create a livable spaces for people who actually has been marginalized and discriminated away from the housing market and the job market. And also within these spaces, we do also several stuff like language school, we have our neighborhood cafe, and so on and so forth. So it's actually tells me that once we have kind of a very permanent and good structure, good house in shape, we can actually do more. We can actually excel. We can actually extend our hands to a lot of people who has been marginalized by the city of Frankfurt. And I hope we will arrive there. Thanks.
Talk about the space. I think Usma already said all. So I think getting this house that we even found out that we need more hands, or we need more assistance. We need people for volunteers, or because talk about the Ameldon. Ameldon is like something that can seem like a gold to some people. So if you are here for the beginning, that is something that you can't find it easily. So getting space like a host, people can easily then. We normally don't know from people, but because of that, then people is like every daily basis, people need shelter more. So that's why we need more space for the people to get more access, because Amedo is something that when you come here for the beginning, it's like a gold. It's not that easy. So I think we need a space. Help a lot of people life. Yeah, I think a thank you to Shelter and Ada Katina for creating that. Thank you.
I think that it's not only important but also essential and necessary, because it's basic human right that people have spaces to live in and just live in there and have also support and community. And yeah, I think that's already my answer, because yeah.
I think I also can just repeat myself. I think it's very just important to use the spaces to organize ourselves in times where we cannot, or we feel we cannot change the political situation, to have, to empower ourselves and use it to get some energy while facing this political situation and stay tough.
I think we need more large place for us to be expanded as a project shelter, because many people are hearing about us and many people want to come to join us. So we need more space so that we can accommodate many people, other people. Then we need more space too. Like my brother said, there are many things going on there, like a language school. We do language school, we do open cafe, this. So when we have more space and have more people, we can go further by learning a skilled job within ourselves there. So without a space, we won't be able to do anything. Because when we have space, as people are coming to join us, we have people that have knowledge that want to impart in other people. Then from there, everybody will have one or two things to do. If at all the government did not give you paper to work, you can be able to establish yourself on a skill job that you learn. When you have a skill job, when you learn a skill job, you can be able to stand on your feet. So I wish we have a larger place as a project shelter, and I wish we bond together more than this, that together we fight, together we win. Amen.
Thank you. I think it's only fair I also add something to this too. I really feel like this is important because it's important to have the same rights as anyone else, and in order to start having that right is having a space, a safe space, and also for legal reasons like Anmeldung. And in general, just, it's we do this not because it's easy, not because it works, because it hardly ever does. We do it because it's right, because it's decent, and just kind. Yeah. So Project Shelter, the way you can support us is, first of all, we have all social medias, most of them, Instagram, Facebook, and I think Osman is actually more aware of how to reach and help us.
Yeah, like at the moment we do our meeting in our new space in Höchst, and our meeting is actually open that everybody can join every Thursday from 6 p.m. Going. And aside from that, most of our contacts are in also Instagram and Facebook. And what important is like to one most important that our members actually are facing is homelessness, and the space that we have is actually not enough. And what we actually also do is to organize sleeping places in friends' rooms, their couches, and so on and so forth. So if you have a couch or you have a room that you know that it will be free for the next 3 days, 5 days, 1 month to say, you can just write us on Instagram or on our email addresses, and we can reach out to you. And also most of our members also are working and they have money to pay for rent, but since they are, most of us is being also systematically excluded from the housing market to say, it's very tough. So if in case you know a room or a VG or something like that is free, that people will have to pay for, you can also extend that also to Project Shelter, and we will inform some of our members who are working but still finding it a hard time to get spaces. And yeah, so as I said, yeah, it will be much more, now actually, I will say we need more support more than ever, looking to the political changes that is also coming here in Germany. It's actually not going somehow in our favor. And if anything change in Berlin, likely that a lot of stuff will also change here in Frankfurt. And for the past months or years, we have been somehow lucky, or to say, to have a dialogue with some city politicians who give us space to discuss about buildings and where we will move to the next place, and all those kind of stuff. And we can see that anything that change in Berlin could have impact here in Frankfurt as well, and then all those kind of options will also kind of get eroded, to say. And we kind of want and need more new people to join Project Shelter, actually, to bring Project Shelter from where we are to different level, that people can, we can extend our support to various people who actually need it. And yeah, you are free to join our meetings on Thursdays, and you are really welcome to as well. Thanks.
Thank you everyone for coming. Danke, dass ihr alle heute gekommen seid, und ja.